Hey, Lafayette! It's been a long time. I'm K-Rod.
And I'm Mad Hawks, and Irish Insider is back.
It's been a hot minute since we've been here.
And we're so excited to be back.
Let's start things off with a little 5-second trivia.
I'm Jabe and I'm here with Miss Ryan. We're going to do 5-second trivia. Can you name 5 volleyball players in 5 seconds?
Ready, go.
Lauren,
3,
Addie,
2,
Honor,
1, 0.
Jabe and I'm here with...
Coach Cat.
This is 5-second trivia. Can you name 5 baseball players in 5 seconds? Ready, go.
Preston Bowers, Chance, Kate King. Oh.
Hi, I'm Honor and I'm here with... And name 5 soccer players in 5 seconds.
Chance, Preston, Kate, Edomore, I got
I'm
4 now.
Jabe and here with Denise. And today we're doing 5-second trivia. Can you name 5 football players in 5 seconds? Ready, go. Quentin Garrett, Braden Addington, Carlos Cortez, Kingston, and Jared.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Honor and I'm here with
Jaren.
and we're doing 5-second trivia. Name 5 volleyball players in 5 seconds. Go.
Mercedes, Lauren, Sid, Corinne.
Hi, I'm Honor and I'm here with Malik and we're doing 5-second trivia. Name 5 tennis players.
Bro, Ethan Lowe. Oh no, he don't right here. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
19 years ago, the unthinkable happened on U.S. soil.
4 planes were hijacked and crashed.
At 8:46, the first plane crashed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center in New York City.
At 9:03, the second plane crashed into the South Tower.
At 9:37, a third plane crashed into the Pentagon.
And at 10:03, the fourth crashed into a field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
There are very few students who were alive at the time, but the staff was.
Let's see what they remember from that day.
What were you doing when 9/11 happened?
When 9/11 happened, I was sitting in football offices at Missouri Western with some players getting ready to have a football meeting, and the TV was on, and we saw the first plane, and then we were kind of like, well, it's kind of weird, and then the second plane, and we all knew something big just went down, and we'll never forget that day as long as it lives.
Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts. The victim...
Where were you when 9/11 happened?
I was in my apartment in college and the news came on, and then right immediately afterwards all classes were canceled, and that was where I was.
Where were you when 9/11 happened?
At that time, I was working in surgery. I was a surgical nurse, and we had just taken a child back and had them and put them to sleep to get their surgery. And I was waiting for the surgeon to come in, because that's what you do, is you wait on surgeons when you're a nurse. And I was super irritated. And so I opened the door and I saw him standing in the doorway of the male staff room looking at the TV. And I was like, come on, we gotta get going. And he said, a plane just hit the Twin Towers, and while we were watching it, the second plane hit while we were watching it on Good Morning America. So that's exactly where I was, and then all day long we had a TV playing in the operating room so we could kind of see what was going on.
Okay, now.
What were you doing and how did you find out on 9/11? It was my second year of teaching. I was in Carrollton, Texas, Carrollton High School, go Mustangs. First period, we had TVs in our rooms. All our rooms had TVs, and someone poked their head in and said there's been a terrorist attack in New York City. And so we turned on the TV, and we turned it on, and the first building, the first tower had been hit, and we were watching, and we were watching live when the second tower was hit, and then we continued to watch after the collapse of the two towers, and I just remember it being like a surreal experience, like you're kind of out of body, you're not really, is this really happening?
Okay,
Where were you at during 9/11?
I was home watching TV recovering from bilateral hip replacement. And I saw the first plane come in and hit the buildings. And I said, wow. Didn't think nothing of it. Then about 15 minutes later, I saw the second plane hit the second building. And I knew something bad was happening. Any other question?
I can hear you, the rest of the world hears you, and the people who knocked these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
Where were you and what were you doing during 9/11?
9/11, when the first plane struck the first tower, I was down in what would be the choir room right now. For me, it was an English classroom. And I just remember everybody kind of laughing and joking at first, even though it still wasn't funny, you know, of one plane crashing in, but like, oh my gosh, how did that happen, you know? Was pilot drunk, or, you know? And everybody was kind of laughing and joking, and then we had a passing period, and in that passing period, I ended up where Miss Palillo's room is now. That was the old yearbook room. And so we were in yearbook, it was a smaller class, and that's when the second plane hit, and then everybody kind of was realizing that this is a scary deal. And I just remember thinking to myself, hey, you know, how close are we to a military base right across the river, and being in a school, what was gonna happen? It went from being, you know, kind of lighthearted to very dramatic in just a matter of seconds.
Such a sad, scary time for the United States.
I can't even imagine.
Hey Lafayette, I know it's hard to believe, but next week is homecoming, and here are the Spirit Days.
So don't forget, Monday is PJ Day.
That's right, come as you are.
Tuesday is You Have a Friend in Me Day.
So grab your bestie and twin.
Wednesday's Dress Up Day.
So look your best.
And Thursday is Cowboy and Aliens Day. And also, there's no school Friday.
It does suck that we can't go to our sporting events here at Lafayette High School, but we were able to get some highlights.
What's up, Lafayette? I'm Jaron.
And I'm Sam, and this is sports. Cross country has started out with a bang.
Yeah, Avery Meister took first at the JV meet in Maryville, and the varsity boys took second.
Keep up the grind.
The girls golfed had a busy week last week.
They had 2 matches after school and spent the day on the links on Friday.
It was a cold, wet week, but the Lady Irish held through.
Aaron, Lotsbeach, and Mackenzie Leak were repping the Irish on Friday.
By the way, a couple weeks ago, Mackenzie Leak took 7th at the Maryville Invitational.
Girls tennis have been able to get a couple matches in.
Weather has not been cooperating, but the Irish held through 7-2 against the Red School.
Boys soccer started their season off with the city round robin.
They weren't able to get a win, but they lost a tough one to Benton.
Yeah, Benton beat them 2-1 in overtime.
Softball has been put on hold, but before that, the Lady Irish are holding their own.
They are currently 4-0 and ready to get back on the diamond soon.
Volleyball has had impressive wins over Midbuck and Van Horn.
Under new leadership, they seem to be responding well.
I'm excited to see what the year brings them.
Football has started off strong.
Yeah, they were 2-1 with the only loss coming to a tough Harrisonville team.
Harrisonville scored the go-ahead touchdown with just 30 seconds remaining to beat the Irish.
However, the Irish bounced back against Atchison and Benton with big wins.
Next up for the Irish is Savannah.
Since activities aren't promised, we've already had several senior nights.
Let's take a look back at those as well as highlights over the past 3 weeks.
Miss Corinne Rodriguez. Miss Corinne Richardson. Miss Lauren Adams. Miss Sydney Flowers. Miss Delaney Kurtz.
Mr. Xavier Nichols. Mr. Derek May. Mr. Riley Ham. Mr. Anthony Hawkins. Mr. Miles Henderson. Mr. Mackay Reed. Mr. Antoine McDonald. Mr. Dorian Byrne. Mr. Julian Williams. Mr. Jude Barbosa. Mr. Fabian Hudson. Mr. Jose Garcia. Miss Kinsey Estes. Miss Bree Huff. Miss Cassidy Payne. Miss Corinne Richardson. Miss Anna Ritchie. Miss Mackenzie Davis. Miss Avery Sumner.
Thanks, guys.
Well, that's it for us, Lafayette.
Don't forget today is National Cheeseburger Day, so stop down by BK after school and grab you one.
As we leave, here is a quick look at our weather forecast.
Peace out.